A lot of people, they may have sold during the panic. They haven't been back in. They're waiting for an entry point. Is that coming?
I mean, look, I don't know if they're going to get a big fat pitch like we got in April. That's probably very unlikely. We think ultimately that was the end of a pretty significant bear market. We're in the beginning of a new bear market. It's still about only 4 months into that. So, pullbacks will probably be shallower than people want. I mean, that's the classic sign of a new bull market. It doesn't really let anybody in. The good news is, our data suggests that the retail investor really didn't sell in April. In fact, they were buyers all the way through that period. It was really more the institutional community that created that low and a lot of the passive strategies, quite frankly. And it was so quick that many people didn't even have time to react. So my suspicion is most of the viewers probably have plenty of equity exposure. They're probably enjoying the ride. The question they probably are asking themselves is, should I be selling here because I made so much money? And in that case, that's a personal decision. You got to pay taxes if you do that. My suspicion is if we get a pullback, it'll be probably less than 10%, which in the grand scheme of things, that's not worth trying to trade around for most people.
So you believe we started a new bull market back in April. Why?
Because we had a bear market. And I think that's the thing that people don't really acknowledge, which is that, the sell-off in April was really a final capitulation to a bear market that began last summer. If you actually look at most stocks, they topped in July of 2024. They were down anywhere between 30 and 35% on average. I mean, that's a proper bear market that ended with a capitulatory price action. So whenever you get that type of price action, you have some demarcation between the bull market and the bear market. That was it. It was the capitulation. So, most bull markets don't last 4 months. They last, years, year or two at a minimum. So I think right now we're in buy the dip mode because we're in that bull market mentality. And the question now, and I think you were alluding to it earlier, is like, what should I own? And I think, we're probably getting to the stage of this bull market where you can probably see some broadening out. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we're seeing the Mag 7 start to maybe underperform a bit now. And that's really going to be contingent, in my view, on when the Fed starts actually cutting interest rates. I don't know if they're going to do it in September or not. But once they start actually doing that, that's when you'll probably see the bull market really broaden out.